EGM Network.
Welcome to Scouted Treasure Coast. It's episode 3 today with Martina's photography. Martina was one of our photographers for Volume 2. She did mainly up here in Vero Beach, a couple down south. But she is a Vero native.
Yes, I mean, originally from Sweden, but
Okay.
yes, lived here since I was 4.
Okay. So we have her on today to talk about her background, how she got into photography, experience with the Scout Guide,
Love it.
and maybe give some people some little tips for the iPhone,
Sure.
being that it's the holiday season and obviously there's not a professional photographer, always available.
Every event.
At every event. So anyways, without further ado,
Yes.
Martina, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
So, let's start off with your background.
Absolutely.
So you weren't born in Vero. So how old
Right.
were you when you all moved from Sweden?
So I was 4 years old, 1984, moved from a little town in Sweden to big old Vero Beach. And my parents just wanted a new life, a new experience. We just with the heavy taxes and things in Sweden, it was time to find something new, and so they started a helmet house construction in 1984.
Okay.
And it's still here. So yeah,
Okay.
my dad still runs it. So
All
it's
right.
great. Yeah.
All right. So, and I know you go back in the summers.
Yes.
So you obviously still have family back there.
Yes, tons of family still lots of aunts and uncles. I still have one grandmother still there.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so we get to see everybody. It's wonderful. We love it.
So tell me how you got into photography. Like, what was the first thing that made you feel like, oh, I really like this? Like, this might be like one of my life's passions, or my life's passion, however you want to say that. But so how did that happen?
Yeah, I was 12 years old, and my grandfather gave me a film camera, a Canon AE1. And I absolutely loved it. It's an incredible camera. I wish I still had it. Unfortunately, we had a break-in not too long ago, and that's what they took. I'm like, it's worth like $50, you know?
Really?
And so really stinks, because that was such a treasure to have that. And so I started just taking pictures of anything and everything when I was 12 years old, and then I just continued to enjoy it. And when I got into the high school, at Vero Beach High School, I had the most incredible photography teacher. Her name is Marcia Cisak. Shout out to Marcia. She's
still
amazing.
Is she still around?
She sure is. She's incredible. I still get to photograph her family and her puppies, so that's been an honor. But so I started taking photography classes with her. She really inspired me. I loved what I did, and I focused a lot on what's called still lifes. So I really enjoyed taking fruit platters and putting them in crazy situations. I had one story that was the life of a lemon, and I would put it in different scenarios. And so Miss Cisak loved that. But yeah, then I actually got really into more the people side.
Okay.
Because I went on a mission trip in my senior year of high school, and we went to Haiti, and I photographed all these precious moms cooking for their babies, and that really just blew my mind. So when I got back to Vero Beach and back into the dark room, I was developing them, and Miss Cisak was like, "You've got to enter this into the state fair." And so I entered it into the state fair and got first in state. And then I thought, oh, maybe I'm okay at this.
Wow.
Yeah. So that really just inspired me to take it to the next level.
Have you ever done any photography, maybe similar to that, but not I know you were down there on a mission, but maybe
Yeah.
like when you're, going out to the beach or something where you do some photography to sell?
So, no, I never really did. I really enjoyed photographing my friends and family for the most part. So, my poor family members, my little nieces and nephews were always my models. So, I would take them all over the place and make them pose and be serious and all these silly things. So, they're my number one models.
Okay. So how old were you when you started the business?
So I was actually 22 when I officially started the business. I went to a photography program at Daytona State College.
Okay.
At the time had photographic technology. It was one of the best, honestly, in the country.
Was this after the mission or before?
This was after.
Okay.
Yeah, because the mission trip was in high school, and then yeah, so that's when I really knew, and really Mrs. Cisak was like really introduced me to that school, and I had interned with a couple of photographers locally as well. Portraits by Louie was one of them, and then Carter Gibbons, who sadly has passed on. But they, a lot of people poured into me and challenged me and encouraged me along the way.
So how many kids do you have?
I have two boys, two rowdy boys.
And how old are they?
Actually, they're 15 and almost 13.
Okay. So do any of them like photography?
They have actually taken photography, but in a video aspect. So they will photograph like their Legos in stop motion form, and then they'll create a video out of it. So it's not necessarily my type of photography, but they are using my equipment and learning how lighting works and how the camera works.
So is this going to be the second generation? Do you think
I'm thinking.
something that they're going to go to college for, like videography
I
or
would
graphic
think
design?
So. Yeah, I would think so. They're really excited about it. My younger son is really into drone photography. Or videography,
wow.
Really. And so
that's a skill in itself.
Right? Yeah. So he's super excited. He's got his eye on one for Christmas. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, they both have the eye for it, but it's in two totally different ways, which I think is neat. So my older son, Jonah, he's very meticulous, and so that's why the stop motion is so particular.
Which is videography.
Yes,
and
yes.
then does he have a lab yet where he does the cutting and you making?
Yeah, he has. He's doing all this stuff on Adobe After Effects and making some really cool effects to the videos.
Okay.
So he's having fun with that.
So are we going to be bringing them on staff as well?
I'm thinking
maybe.
Especially drone.
Exactly, right.
I said, buddy, this is something you can definitely do because there's a demand for it, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Now, how old is he?
So he's 13. He'll be 13
just
next week.
make sure we don't get in trouble for.
Exactly. Not quite yet.
Yeah. So what do you think your favorite, so you said you like to photograph families.
Yeah, people. In
so
general,
this time of the year, tell us about this time of the year with holiday cards and so probably this time of the year and graduation, I guess.
Yes, very big. So graduation is a huge one. That one is actually all year long. I started in August, and I'm shooting a lot in August and September.
Is that when you do like the senior, like
yes.
you do yes, so
the high school senior portraits? Yes, and then again right before graduation, like
so they get
March
one at the beginning of the year and then one at the end?
It's not the same people. It's usually different schools have different requirements for when they're due, when their senior portraits are due. And so I get really busy at certain times for certain schools, and then it gives a little lull, and it's perfect. That's when I'm then busy with family portraits,
and the Scout Guide.
And the Scout Guide, exactly. So it's been really fun. There's families that I've been photographing since their babies, they were newborn, and then those kids grow up and get married, and I photograph their newborns. So having been in business for nearly 23 years now, it's been such a cool process to see all these kids grow up.
How many families do you have that are like regulars every year?
Oh gosh, countless, honestly. I
can't city
even.
Of Vero?
Yes. I mean, it feels like it, but it's such a blessing. I love it. I love my job.
So, going back to that, when you're doing tell me a little bit about the editing process.
Yes. Okay.
With when you're talking about, from the beginning to the end.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because there's a whole process in preparing the client for the photo shoot, talking about what to wear, what not to wear, what they could be expecting and time and things like that. So there's those conversations, and then there's the photo shoot, which typically runs, depending on which package, but usually about an hour is about all that kids can handle, and then I get back to the studio, and it takes me a couple hours to work on proofing, going through, picking the best ones, removing the eye, closed eyes, all of that. And then I just pick the very best ones. And then from there, what I've been doing for the last 20 years, I just changed it a little bit, but for the last 20 years, I've only been a print photographer. So digital is kind of a new, I have shot it digitally, but I provide them print.
So what's the difference?
So the difference is, I think we are in such a digital world that what happens when they do a digital package is they never get it on the wall. So my goal is to help the client, and that's really been the 20 years of doing it this way, is helping the client get them on the wall, enjoy them on the wall, because, we're not just taking these pictures to share on Facebook. We're having these to have a lifetime, an heirloom, something that their grandkids are going to look back and, I'll look at grandma when she was 5 years old.
Right.
It's just, what happens is life just goes so fast, and I think we live in this digital world, but we forget that, there's basically a lost generation there where nobody was printing anything for a very long time. So my goal really is to help people get their pictures on the wall, even if it's just an 8x10 print, something.
So digital's changed a lot.
100%.
And that's, they even have those frames that have like the digital where frame. They're like, yes,
exactly. Which, hey, that's something at least, right?
Right.
But a lot of the times those photos are trapped in the camera, in the phone, and then the phone crashes, and then where does
I'm probably guilty of that. Like
we all are, 100%. We all are.
So then, how would you, for somebody that's listening and has, hundreds and hundreds of photos on their iPhone?
Yes.
What would you suggest to them to do to start getting those off of the iPhone and actually keeping them?
Yes. So,
because a lot of them are, they're, moments in time that you do want to look back at and cherish. Just like Apple has that thing where they come back around so many, years, and they moments of like my son Jackson or something like that.
Exactly. Yes. So what I personally do is I actually have a hard drive for every year. So, people probably don't need that. I have to have that because I have so many clients as well. But specifically for the Tannery family, I unload all my stuff about every 6 months off my phone. And so then if I lose the phone or something, then I'm only behind on 6 months. So I try to do one time in the summer and one time in the new year as goals to just put them onto the hard drive. And then I put that in my safe. And then at least I know that they're somewhere. I actually print mine out very old school, 4x6. Not all of them. I just print my top favorites. And then I put those in a slip-in album. And my younger son, like for years, when he would wake up early and no one else was awake, that's what I'd find him looking at in the morning. So there's something just precious about, his heart wanting to like relive the year. And so I always knew that was a priority to make sure to do that.
Yeah, we don't really have that or do that anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's just so easy, right?
Yeah,
For me, obviously, because I have a lab, so I know exactly. I can just send them over.
Right.
But, it's just
well, you can send them to Walgreens or CVS or whatever.
Simple 4x6s, done.
Yep. So how do you see AI affecting?
Yes. Okay. So I've already, I am a purist, so it's really hard for me. My husband has to push me in that area. He says, well, use it to your advantage, you know?
Right.
And so, just in ways of like having to possibly remove people, for example, on the beach, and there's a million people on the beach in the background of my family photo shoots, and just being able to remove them successfully without it looking wonky or things like that has been a blessing with AI. So
how do you see that moving forward, though?
oh gosh, it's pretty amazing. Like the whole taking a photo and turning it into a video side, I don't know. It scares me a little bit.
How I don't, so go back to that.
Yes.
So I haven't heard of that yet. So tell me about that. So you take a photo and it goes to a video?
Yeah, so you can take a photo, you can take an old photo, say it's 100 years old of your grandparents, and you can tell AI, turn this into color and then movement. So all of a sudden they're like smiling, and you know, some of them have all sorts of different things, like they can hug. It's very crazy. And it's hard for me as a purist to see that as a good thing, but I also think it's pretty cool, you know.
Is that like an app, or is that on like the new Apple iPhones have the Apple Intelligence?
I feel like it probably will, you know, have that option. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that there's apps for that, and I have not downloaded them yet. I don't know if I will one day. My boys probably will, right? They're not as scared of technology as me.
That's what they've grown up with, so that's all that they know.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be harder for you.
Yes, 100%.
As they, you know, go into their craft.
Yes. But I also see how amazing it can be for them, especially my son who does the Lego stop motions, because he can take a photo of the little Lego man and then tell it, say this, and the mouth will move. It'll actually make everything move, or they can move their arms, things like that, without him actually having to take each and every picture.
So what kind of device is he using?
So he just basically has a light and my camera, and then he's photographing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 photos just to do one movement. So it's a really neat process. And he's a lot like me. He doesn't, because my husband keeps telling him, you can use AI and make this happen, but he's kind of a purist also.
Well, it's probably a good idea that he learns
exactly
the craft and how to do it, so that he understands, has an understanding of what AI is doing.
Yes, for sure.
So speaking of the iPhones, or all the new Android phones, or whatever you would call them, what kind of suggestions do you have, you know, about, you know, now that we're coming into the holidays and everybody's taking pictures, so how to use the phone to get the most out of their out of the picture taking and that sort of thing?
The thing that I love on my iPhone is the edit button.
I don't even know where is the edit button. Where is the edit button?
Exactly. So as soon as I take I would say probably 90% of my photos.
Where is the edit button?
Okay,
Where is it?
If you grab the phone from me, I will show you. Literally, you take the picture, and at the very bottom, it's the 3 lines. I believe it's the 3 lines, if I'm remembering correctly.
So
you click on that, and then you have auto, which that works pretty well, actually.
What does auto do?
It just like fixes, you know, lightens up the face if it's too dark.
Take the wrinkles out?
No, actually it can I think it does have that feature in there too. It's called Brilliance, and it seems to have a little bit of that. But yeah, that's always been my favorite tool in the iPhone for sure. Because, you know, I can try and explain like how to set it up, but sometimes it's just natural for people. They're always going to cut the feet off, you know, or the head.
Well, with AI, can't you add the feet back in?
Yeah, add the head back in.
So you just say that.
You probably can. My goodness, I have an old iPhone. I need a new one.
I think you can. I think you can tell it to add the feet back in, right?
Goodness.
So that would be from the auto or the edit button?
That would probably be some newfangled thing that I don't even know about.
Okay, so you'd have to probably talk to Siri or the yes.
But the funny thing about AI is it never knows what to do with the hands and the feet. It always puts in like a ginormous foot or like 6 fingers.
I wonder why. Really, that it does that?
Yeah, it really does. So every time, if someone's asked me to do like, oh, can we do the hand a little different? I'm always like, oh man, the hand is not going to look good.
Because they're basically asking you to do an AI hand?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Okay. And the feet always end up too big?
Oh, it's hilarious. They are, all over the place. They're flat or wide or something.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So what other techniques as far as like, standing back,
Yeah.
maybe, having the phone up or down or to the
Yes,
side? What is the
exactly.
best way or orientation per se?
I mean, I typically will shoot it from about a foot higher, not
Okay,
too
that's right.
crazy
Yeah, I
high.
remember, you standing on
but
stuff.
just a little bit higher, just to give people, a little better perspective, kind of soften the hips a little bit, not so wide.
Okay.
That
Okay.
kind of thing.
Okay.
So, and I mean, typically if you're doing something with the arm and not just like, dead on your
One hand in the pocket,
exactly,
sort of turn your
or even
foot.
this is our new one,
Okay,
as
yes,
Alex with
yes.
the Scout Guide and me have discovered.
Yes, I thought that was a Sydney O'Dare thing.
Could be. We're gonna coin it.
I thought
Yes.
she's the one that did
I love it. I love it. I love
All
Cindy.
right. So speaking of the Scout Guide, so tell us what were your favorite moments this year shooting Volume 2?
There have been so many. We had so much fun laughing and having a great time with all the amazing clients. They are wonderful. And just all the different locations that we got to go to. So they were all so special and specific to the client, which I really enjoyed. Sometimes I get sick of the same old spots. So that was my enjoyable time, and just laughing and having a good time with them, making them feel comfortable, trying to make sure everybody felt their best.
Right.
And looked their best.
Right.
So, yeah. And of course, jumping up on crazy things.
Yes.
I know with the Vivian.
I climbed in the bushes, a couple times and got all dirty. Yes.
Got all scratched up.
To hold your flag or whatever that thing is.
Yes, the diffuser.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. But probably the highlight was at Vivian Apartments. I had to get up on the post, like on the outdoor gates.
Yes.
Had to climb that thing. And then Alex was very nervous. She was very scared I was going to fall off. So, because I had to get that very specific angle, and I am very stubborn. I'm going to get it.
I know. I already know that about you.
You know that about me.
Yes, I already know that about you. Just
exactly.
send Martina out there. She's like a bird dog. She's going to find it.
I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah. So what are you all doing for over the holidays?
Okay, so we have our very traditional Swedish Christmas. At my dad's. Unfortunately, my mom passed a couple years ago, so we're trying.
I'm sorry.
Yes, hard. So we're trying to just keep that tradition alive. She made Christmas so special, and so we're just we're making traditional Swedish meatballs and these favorite bread rolls that we have, and just all sorts of things. One thing is called Santa's porridge. It's like a rice pudding, and you put cinnamon and sugar on top.
Yes, I think I've had that before.
Yeah. So lots
Does
of
any of your
really
family
fun.
from Sweden come?
No. My grandparents used to come every year. They would be here for 6 months, but they just got too old for the traveling. Yeah. So
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have 2 siblings, my sister Jeanette and my brother Sam.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So we all get together.
Okay, and then with your dad.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
So how does that look? Are there lots of pictures?
Lots of pictures. I try to get every possible, group of people in the pictures. And then we used to, I don't know if it'll happen this year, but we used to dance around the Christmas tree. That was also very Swedish tradition.
Okay.
So we put on this fun folksy music and we dance around the Christmas tree and all around.
What's the Swedish, like the common Swedish drink?
Oh, yes, glögg. So it's originally like a mulled wine, but we drink it like a mulled grape juice so that all the kids can drink it.
Mold?
A mulled, M-U-L-L-E-D. So it's like hot. It's been kind of boiled.
Okay.
So it's warm, and then you put almonds in it and raisins.
Okay.
So it's very interesting.
Okay, because the almonds and raisins are very Swedish.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
So what's the main meal?
So the main meal is the Swedish meatballs, and there's this scallop potato recipe, or that's called Johnson's potatoes, and in it, it's like anchovies as well, which all of us fight over not eating that one. So we bring a separate one of mashed potatoes for everybody else. But that's my dad's favorite.
Okay. All right. And
Yeah.
and your dad still is working in construction?
Yes, yes. So Helmet House Construction.
Okay. So he still works every day, or?
He does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that anything's going to stop that man.
Well, it's probably good for him.
71 years old. Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what plans do you have for the new year?
Honestly, I'm going to finally just kick back a little bit because leading up to Christmas is always so much for me to do. I design Christmas cards, and for so many clients, even for clients that I didn't necessarily take their pictures, if they've had,
You actually design the cards too?
I do. I design all
Really?
the cards. Yes. I know. You're learning something new about me.
Yes.
So I'm in,
So what do you use to design the cards?
So I do all of it on Photoshop. I know. There's probably a better way, but I like to do all my own, things and my own fonts.
So you get so you get the photo and then you actually design it.
Yes.
And do all the wording and everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have like a homework.
This is good for her to know for next year.
Yes,
I think.
it is. Yes, it is. So it's like we're having our own Hallmark moment over here.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how did you get into doing that?
So it really
it's one thing to take the photos, but to design the cards, what made you do that?
Because for so many years that I was a print photographer,
Okay.
I had to walk the client through all of those things, right? So anytime they're going to order a canvas, they're going to call me and I'm going to walk them through. This is going to be your best size. This is, for what wall are we talking about? Things like that. So therefore, I had to offer that service. So I do believe, though, that many clients love that part of it because it takes the stress off of them having to go into CVS and try to do this,
So how do you do the print amount?
So I have a professional lab that prints them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you can order like X amount?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Do we have Martina's contact information?
Oh, yes.
For next year?
Yeah,
She does
absolutely.
designs her
I do
own
it
cards
all.
as well? Yes, you do?
Yeah. And I do love that
How long
side
does
of
that
it.
take you?
It just
Is
depends.
it just you?
Yes, it's just me. But I do have, when the client comes over for the viewing appointment, I have like 100 cards for them to look at. So they get an idea. Okay, we like this card. We can use parts of that card and we can use parts of another card, and then we customize it to make it fit for them. Yeah.
So, like, how much time do you have between the new year and then everything ramps back up for graduation?
2 or 3 days. It's about what I'm going to take off,
Before,
so
like,
in
everything.
that time, it'll be spend time with family, kickball tournament, all these things. I do a kickball tournament with our big family every year.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Just the family?
Just the family. Yep.
And where's the kickball tournament?
Oh, we just do it at my aunt and uncle's house.
Okay. All right. So they live here too?
Yeah. So my aunt and uncle and my parents, we all moved in 1984 together.
Okay.
So it was nice because I had, cousins as well.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah,
Are they
yeah.
like your age?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're all really, really close. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's
it's
like my
great.
family too.
Yeah.
And Stuart. Yep.
I love it.
So, all right. And then you ramp back up for graduation.
Yes, exactly. So it's really not long, honestly. I've got a ton of senior portraits lined up for January.
Do you design the
senior cards too? Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Really?
It's so fun.
Okay, you're doing my son's because
Yes.
we've got another 2 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love that. Yeah.
Yes, so
It's
you'll-
one of my favorite things to do. Seniors are top notch my favorite because we have so much fun. We run around. The kids are happy to jump into the ocean, no problem, jump into pools. They're just willing to have a good time, and it's such a highlight of their lives.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think this is wrapping up episode 3 with Martina's photography.
Thank
Is
you
there
so
anything
much.
else you want to tell us?
No, I think I said it all.
Merry Christmas
Merry
and Happy
Christmas.
New Year.
Yes, same to you. Thank you
2026.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
Thank you, Martina. All right. This is Amy Brandon, Scouted Treasure Coast. Thank you for joining us for episode 3, and we will see you next time.